Middle of March, and that's the ice and snow I had to shovel out of the garage to be able to actually work in here today. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin. This is Whiskey and Rides. So, finally got a bit of nice weather here and thought I'd take the opportunity to install a few parts that we picked up for the Sportster. So we ended up picking up a low profile custom dynamics tail light with integrated signal lights and the Drag Specialities lay down license plate, and we are going to be replacing the big ugly wart of a tail light and signal light combination that sits on the back of the Sportster. This should be a fairly easy job, I think. A couple screws to remove the tail light there. Once we get that out, I think there's a 4-pin connector and two 2-pin connectors for the current tail light and signal light, so we'll get that on, test it out, make sure this LED taillight actually works like it's supposed to. After that, going to go ahead, tear off the signal lights, the bracket here, and get everything installed. Let's see how it goes. So it's just those two Phillips screws that had to come out there and there. As you can see, there's a 4-point connector here and two 2-points here. Those are what connect the tail light, and those are from the signal lights. And this is from the main bus for the electrical system that powers everything back here. So we're going to go ahead and get this all pulled apart and get the new custom dynamic on there. The cool thing about the custom dynamics is they come all pre-wired and it's just plug and play. We've got the 4-pin here that's going to go right where the stock one did. The signal lights do look a little different because these are set up spliced, so you can run it independently, or you can also run it with your stock signal lights. We're going to be getting rid of the stock signal lights, so going to just plug those two in right there. Alright, she's mocked up. Let's give this a try. Brake works. Signal light works. I think I got those wired backwards. Awesome. Everything works. Got it plugged in backwards, but that's okay. We'll switch that when we finish up the install. Guess let's get the rest of this torn apart. Alright, so the next part's a bit of a pain in the ass. Probably easier if I put it up on the lift, but really can't be bothered. So this whole bracket comes off as one piece, I believe. There's 3 bolts that are up underneath the fender. Can squeeze my hand in there. I believe it's a 7/16 socket that we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those pulled off and we'll see how this goes. I have to lay my old ass down on the ground here. Maybe I should have pulled out the lift. Well, got the bracket disconnected. These 3 bolts here simply slide through there. Nuts hold them on the back, so reach up underneath the fender, loosen them off, just comes off. Problem I'm running into is with the wiring itself for the signal lights. The way this was put together, the connections for the signal lights here aren't actually going to come through that little hole, so I'm just going to go ahead and snip this. We're not going to reuse this harness anyway. So just going to give this a bit more of a clean while we're back here. Don't know the last time this was off, and don't know the next time it will be. I don't know about you guys. I use Lemon Pledge to clean my bike. Somebody turned me onto this a few years ago, and it works like a hot damn. So the Drag Specialities license plate bracket comes with everything that you're going to need to install it. Got, of course, the plate, which is too small for my Alberta plate, but I can make it work. Comes with 2 separate rubber pads, depending on how big you want your laydown to be. I'm going to go with the small one, so it lays basically flat. But there's this one that'll stand it up a little bit more upright if that's what you like. Then, of course, all the hardware to get it done. So let's go ahead and get this zipped on here quick. I'm not going to bore you and make you watch me screw in screws, but really, this is it. 3 there, matching bolts on the back, and she's done. Right on, well that is job done. We've got the license plate frame installed. I'll put the license plate on there a little later. I gotta do a little modification to get that on there. The custom dynamics brake light with integrated turn signals, and replace the ugly ass stock stuff that just looked horrible. So I guess that's job done. Time to go drink a couple beers, enjoy the rest of the afternoon. So until next time, this is Whiskey and Rides.